Good morning, everybody, on this Thursday, what I like to call Little Friday. It is May 23rd, and I'm Chris Allen here on the Sam Channel, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and X, all sponsored by Ace Hardware Marketplace. Well, I'm hearing rumbles of thunder, seeing flashes of lightning, hearing the rain coming down pretty good here at my house in Plano. Well, let's look outside at the Plano cam. And, oh, yeah. Well, there's a few breaks in the action right now, but it's still raining. And the rain has come down very hard. It's been raining good here for the last, 30 to 45 minutes. The current time as I'm doing this podcast is right at 7:30. So that's the view in Plano right now. And also the view downtown from the AAA Systems weather camera. That's high atop Reservoir Hill, looking down on the city, seeing the same picture. Lots of clouds, lots of rain, some thunder and lightning, nothing severe going on. But like yesterday, we're going to have these waves of rain and thunderstorms that just roll through. Then they're done for a little bit, and then more comes later. It's going to be like that for a while. So if anything does turn severe, it would be a short fuse type situation where it's just because of the potential for straight line winds, something like that. But otherwise, we're not talking about tornado kind of stuff here. Again, like yesterday, this is going to be more about heavy rain, thunderstorm activity. Maybe in some of these, you could have some embedded gusts of wind that could do a little bit of minor damage, but otherwise, it's still going to be all about the rain, and they're going to be continual as we go through the next several days and on into the holiday weekend. Told you it was going to be this way, and it certainly is already this morning. Here's a look at the surface maps, and we'll start with the winds coming out of the south, mostly out of the south at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's a look at radar as of 7:30 this morning. Here comes, it's loading. There's a lot of stuff to load, so there's the lightning. There we go. You can see the lightning flashes that are occurring here. So we've got a lot of activity that's right over the Bowling Green area. The strongest thunderstorms are up here. Looks like as you head up I-65 into places like east of Bonneville and Munfordville, over toward Hammondville, Greensburg. That's a lot of intense lightning, and those deep purples there, intense, very intense rainfall that's occurring right now. All those are moving off to the north and east up in Hart County, Greene County, LaRue County, that general area. Here we are. Here is Bowling Green. We're getting that break I just showed you on the Plano cam. The main area of thunderstorms is just out to the east of us now. And some of you over toward Glasgow and Edmonton, you're getting some of the heaviest of the rains, but none of these are severe. But there's a lot of electric, a lot of lightning. There's more developers back to the west toward Hopkinsville and Elkton down to the Tennessee border. And then, as you saw, there are other thunderstorms up toward Henderson and Evansville. Oh, and we're not done. I mean, look, this is the next piece of energy coming in that's going to move northeast and move right into the area by the afternoon. And we're just going to keep these things coming. Again, a lot of this is not severe weather in particular, but any one of these storms could reach severe criteria, which is winds of 58 miles per hour or higher, or 1-inch diameter hail. That's the classification of a severe thunderstorm. But so far, that has not happened. Mostly what we're going to see is a lot of heavy rain. and it's going to be that way through the holiday weekend. Even starting to see a few breaks in the clouds here this morning after the morning storms have passed through. And then you've got a little sun, a few clouds, and here comes the next bigger wave of activity that will be moving in, going through the day and into tonight and into tomorrow. And then, copy paste. It's like I said, it's going to be relentless. The chance of rain. So some of you could pick up a quick inch and a half, 2.5, 3. Some locations over toward Lake Cumberland picked up 3 inches of rain in a short amount of time. So it's very possible that you could find some minor flooding because of the way the rains are coming down, and there's a lot more of that still to come. Let's check some of the rainfall totals and temperature and all of that from the Kentucky Mesonet Network here at right at 7:30 this morning. And you can see that the air is pretty warm and pretty juiced up, 60s all across southern Kentucky, nearing 70 back to the west where some sunshine is coming back out. Let's check precipitation past 24 hours. Let's do that. And here's what I'm talking about. We picked up an inch of rain at the Ag Expo Center Mesonet sensor, southern Warren County yesterday, and for what's happening right now. But then the one at the Corvette plant only picked up a little over a 1/4 inch of rain. It's just here and there, 3,700s in Russellville, but a 1/2 inch in Elkton. Then you've got closer to 2 inches up here, Webster County, McLean County, those areas. But look over here. This is what I was talking about. 2.99, you might as well say, 3 inches of rain in Adair County, Columbia, yesterday. And for the last 24 hours, almost that much over in Russell County. Well over that, almost 3.25 inches. That's in Wayne County in the Monticello area. 309, the amount of rain last 24 hours in Clinton County and Albany. That's a lot of water, and it's all falling on the Lake Cumberland area down to Dale Hollow. That's a lot of rain. So that's why there were some flood advisories out yesterday, and there'll probably be more issued today because of that high moisture content. The dew points, look at this, running well into the 60s. Wouldn't surprise me to see a few 70-degree dew points today. That is extremely humid. The winds this morning, light and variable. They're kind of here and there all over the place. There's not a lot of steering winds to keep the storms away from us. So what's going to happen is, because of the proximity of the cold front back to the west of us, and it's kind of parked there, it is going to be the focal point for these waves and waves and waves of rain. And when it rains, because of the high moisture content, it's going to rain hard, torrential downpours, which could cause some minor flooding, street flooding, standing water on the parkways, the interstates, roadways. It doesn't matter. Little creeks and streams come up very quickly in these kind of downpours. So keep that in mind if you're out driving around the next few days and through the holiday weekend. It's going to be a problem. It really is. Here's a look at the blender. Let's go to the model blender and see what's up with temperatures. Upper 70s, low to mid 80s, all the way through. Today, going to go about 80, 81 with the periodic showers and thunderstorms like we're getting right now. Then we go low to mid 80s the next few days. Sunday is still looking like it's going to be a stormy day. And look at that, upper 80s before the storms come in. that afternoon. It is going to be a very, it could be a very active and a very eventful day on Sunday around here. Already, and I'll show you this in a minute, the Storm Prediction Center putting kind of a higher end outlook for severe weather on Sunday. So yes, that is probably going to be the day to really pay attention to the weather. After that, we get a little bit of a cool down, upper 70s, low 80s into next week. And look at that. We're looking into now the first couple of days of June. At the end of the chart there, June 1st, June 2nd, which is next weekend. This weekend, the final weekend of May, Memorial Day weekend. So, wow, June, just around the corner. I know. It's moving fast, very fast. All right, let's look at the surface maps, and I'll go day by day here and let you see what's occurring. Here's the setup for today, which is much like it was yesterday. Here's our front draped to the west, just kind of wobbling back and forth as ripples and waves of low pressure right along that front. It makes it bend back to the west, northwest, and then come back to the southeast, then go back to the northwest. It's just going to keep doing that. This high pressure ridge from out in the Atlantic all the way back into eastern Tennessee, this is what's blocking this front from coming all the way through. For now, anyway, it's a barrier. And it's keeping a lid on the atmosphere, but that lid was broken yesterday when we started having thunderstorms yesterday morning, and it's been broken again already this morning with the current thunderstorms. Severe weather threat this morning back toward the Memphis area. We may see a few strong to severe storms this afternoon, but it's level 1 low end stuff as the front continues to wobble back and forth. Red zone areas back to the west, but we could have 1 or 2 renegade storms that get out of hand this afternoon with enough daytime heating, the available moisture. There's just not a lot of shear going on, and that's winds that change direction and speed with height. There's just low-level shear. There's a little bit there, but not enough to get these storms spinning. So that's why I'm not too concerned. Neither is the Weather Service about tornadoes. Not for us. They've been in other places and probably will be again today. Oklahoma, unfortunately, back in the same places that picked up severe weather yesterday. So here we go into tonight, then into early Friday morning, more showers, almost a rinse and repeat type forecast. And that front retreats back to the north, away from us, instead of coming on through. Here it is on Friday morning, Friday afternoon and evening, more showers and storms. There's the front, still back to the west. Here we go into Saturday. Well, look at this. We're starting to make some forward progress with that front. Finally, it starts getting a push to the east, but that's going to set us up for Sunday with as it retreats back to the north because of the next wave of low pressure. And here comes the red zones and the part of the story here that I was talking about. Sunday looks to be a severe weather day for us. And a big part of even though it's not all painted in red, I think we're going to be in the red zone on Sunday. The way things are looking right now, there will be plenty of shear energy, available energy, convective stuff going on. The setup looks right on Sunday, and yes, in that case, I am talking the possibility of tornadoes as well for us, and not somewhere else for a change. So, heads up for Sunday. Here we go into Memorial Day, scattered showers and thunderstorms with this front finally starts to make its way through, thanks to an area of low pressure south of us that's going to keep us a little rainy at times, even on Tuesday and Wednesday. We finally see this thing moving out. So it's going to take the rest of this week, this holiday weekend, and even through the beginning of next week to get rid of that one front that's going to take all this time to get out of our region. That's what you're seeing right now outside is what you're going to get all the way through the holiday weekend. Plan accordingly. As I've said many, many times here, I don't see anything changing or going away or really not helping us at all as far as for planning what you want to do outdoors for the Memorial Day weekend. It's just going to be like it is right now. All right, severe weather threat. Let's dive a little deeper into that. Here you see the severe weather threat for today, level 1, low end, marginal risk. That's because of kind of like yesterday, there may be a storm or two that reaches severe weather criteria, but then it's not going to be, this is not an outbreak type situation. It's just going to be very sporadic. The worst thing you could see today is most likely a strong to severe storm with some damaging wind potential. Here's the tornado potential for today, near zero. We can never say zero, but look, nothing. Statewide, nothing. Severe wind or damaging wind threat, yeah, there's a small 5 to 14% chance. That's probably the number one threat today, damaging wind with some of these clusters of thunderstorms. Hail, yeah, there could be a little. Same thing. Maybe enough to throw down some small hail. Okay, here we go into tomorrow. The severe weather threat looking a little more organized by the afternoon. Along and east of 65, a level 1 marginal risk on the low end of things, but then west of us, a level 2 slight risk. Okay. So west of 65, the better setup tomorrow for strong to severe storms. Tornado outlook tomorrow, 2 to 4% west of 65. Then we go damaging wind threat a little bit higher tomorrow, again west of 65, and that goes for the hail as well. Again, all of this tomorrow afternoon into the early evening and then dying off after dark as we lose some of the daytime energy. Now we go into Saturday. Just not really that much going on. Saturday's going to be the better day out of all of them this holiday weekend. Saturday, if you want to do something out on the lake, cookouts, camping out, being outdoors, Saturday is your day. That's when I would plan being outside, because we're only going to have a few scattered thunderstorms and showers on Saturday. But here we go. This is what I'm talking about. This is Sunday. And you can already see that we have been put in the probability of severe weather greater than 30%. And that's pretty high for this far out. So this is likely to become an enhanced level 3 area risk for Sunday, primarily Sunday afternoon and evening. So that is the way it looks. And then after that, we don't see much of anything else happening. A lot of these storms that you're seeing now will some of them are convective and daytime heating driven enough to where they start to die off after dark, but some of them, like last night, hang around a little bit longer. It just depends on the available energy. So you can't always say that after dark they're going to be fading away, but such is the case. We're going to have more of those today. And how about rainfall? Like I showed you with the Kentucky Mesonet sites, some locations picked up 3 inches yesterday. It's possible that some spots could see that again today, but we're still in that 2 to almost 4 inch zone of accumulated rainfall over the next 7 days. You can see it sits right over us and much of the Midwest and the Great Lakes. That's where the heaviest of rains are going to continue for the next several days. I wish I had better news, just because it is a big holiday weekend, but we just all got to stay on guard and stay aware of what the weather's doing, and just pay attention and don't assume that things are just going to miss you. But then I don't want you also worrying. Worrying does not accomplish anything when it comes to serious weather. Serious weather is going to happen. You've got to be of the mindset that you're going to play it smart. You're going to keep up with what's going on. The rest of the time, plan your activities, plan time with your family, do things with your friends. But just as long as you've got the tools around you to understand what's happening with the weather, you're going to be okay. Okay. And one of those tools is to have the News40 Weather App, which you can download right there by opening your camera on your phone and just holding it up to that circle, that code right there. And it will send you a link so you can download the News40 Weather App and get on board. And that way, you know what's going on. Having a weather radio is important. Any Ace hardware store has a weather radio, and most of the people at those Ace hardware stores know how to program it. Having SAM radio, regular radio, FM radio on your boat or in your car or wherever you're going. We're going to have instant weather bulletins on SAM 100.7, 24 hours a day. If something's coming, music's playing, you're like, yeah, I'm jamming out Memorial Day weekend. Yeah, it's good. Oh, then you hear those tones. And it's like, uh-oh. Then you listen. That's a weather bulletin. So it's programmed to interrupt anytime that there's bad weather. So leave your FM radio on SAM 100.7, and you're always going to get the instant bulletins. And then, of course, tonight, News40, CBS and NBC 40, 5, 6, and 10, I've got the weather on TV and on the app. So there you go. You've got so many ways to stay informed. Just take heed and pay attention. Everybody in the chat box this morning, lots of people in here, a bunch of people talking about the lightning strikes and how much rain they got yesterday. Yes, Sunday does look to be, I wouldn't call it worrisome, but I would call it a day of concern that you need to be prepared for today. Let's see, more storm reports as far as heavy rain. Yeah. So I know a lot of folk graduations are going on. It's just bad timing to have this kind of weather, but hey, it's out of our control. So let's do the best we can to prepare and be ready just in case something bad does happen. Okay. Otherwise, a lot of rain, a lot of noise. It's spring and almost summer here in Kentucky. Have a great day. Thanks for watching and listening. God bless.